Hey podcaster, I'm Tim Wahlberg, your podcast performance coach, with another actionable tip so you can grow your authority and convert with ease. Today's tip is embrace storytelling. There's a reason why television and radio operate with a 7-second delay. If you didn't know, broadcasting with a 7-second delay is exactly what it sounds like. Usually it's in effect when a program is live, like an award show or a sporting event. This way, Master Control can edit, beep, mute, or cut away from something that happened or was said that's not suitable for air. So back in the early 2000s, I'm producing a Vancouver morning radio show. There are 4 of us, with me at Master Control in front of 4 monitors and a huge console keeping the show on the rails. It's a little after 6 a.m., and 3 of us have started the show. After the news and sports, we head deep into a conversation about who'd win in a fight, a lion or an alligator. The format was talk radio for guys, so yeah, we're getting serious on some stuff here. Just then, the door gets kicked open, and it's Billy, our main host. He's often late. Our mics are all hot, and he walks straight up to his, clutching his show notes, scribbled on 3 pieces of foolscap, looks at me with this intensity in his eyes and says, "Get ready for this, Wally." And he goes off. He goes into detail about the assault of a young woman that happened at knife point, the terror that her assailant put her through, and the fact that this scumbag is about to be released out on parole. Billy is mad. He is outraged. He's calling out the cops. He's calling out the justice system. He's calling out the judge who made this decision. And throughout, all the bombs are being dropped. And I mean the F-bomb, the S-bomb, and all the other bombs you can think of. This is all happening live. This is what he meant when he said to me, "Get ready." Thank God I started the delay when I got in that morning, because sometimes I didn't. So while he's ranting and screaming, I'm scrambling. I have one headphone ear on and one ear off. I have to listen to him in real time in the studio, then switch to the on-air feed in my headset that is 7 seconds behind, and press the mute button just on the words I'm trying to eliminate that were said 7 seconds earlier. Literally switching back and forth, monitoring and editing the same conversation 7 seconds apart in real time, trying to remember the bad words that are coming. I'm sweating, and I can't help but think, if I miss one of these bombs, it's going to cost our station its broadcast license, and it's not going to end well for any of us. So you must be thinking, Tim, wow, how the hell did you do it? Man, you got to be good. Fact is, I kind of didn't. I must have missed at least half of the bombs that went off. They were dropping so fast it felt like all that was getting through were just the bad words, and I was muting the rest. It couldn't have gone worse. So after the show, we talked to our program director, who gave me a pat on the back and a good effort award, understanding the circumstances. Neither our host nor the station were fined because of the language used, because of the context of the story. It's the intent behind the words that will usually get you into trouble. But the fact that so much of the public was also outraged at this horrific event, the governing bodies didn't take any disciplinary action against us. Phew. So let me bring you back to now. When I was telling you that story, were you picturing our host kicking the door in and walking straight up to the microphone and start ranting? Were you seeing me with my headphones half on, half off, going back and forth, trying to hit the mute button on the control board in a panic? If you're imagining these details while I'm describing it to you and seeing these images in your mind, you're firing the amygdala part of your brain. It's part of the brain that helps store memories and emotions. This is your lasting impression through storytelling. I started this episode describing how the 7-second delay system works during a live broadcast. You probably will have far longer memories of how it works because I attached a story to it. Storytelling within your podcast can have a huge impact on your listener. When done right, your listener may have a visceral reaction to your story, and it's going to stick. A well-crafted story with detailed description and emotions can paint a powerful picture in the brain and is a far more effective way in getting your point across than sharing facts and figures. If it's a personal story, your listener is going to feel more connected to you. They can empathize with you and understand your message better knowing where it comes from. That's the know, like, and trust factor. So for your next episode, can you lead with a story? Is it an experience you or maybe one of your clients had? Will your listener be able to empathize, relate, or see themselves in your story? Ever notice storytelling in a TED Talk? 9 times out of 10, the speaker starts with a story that draws you in. It's for recall, so you can better remember the point they want to make. Embrace storytelling in your podcast so you can start creating those lasting impressions. And I hope that's just the tip you need. Okay, so that's why you need to tell stories in your podcast. So how do you do it? In my next episode, I'll tell you how to collect and execute these stories in your show. How will you know when my next episode is out? Subscribe! Subscribe right now and never miss a episode again. Shit. Missed that one. Damn it. Should have hit the button. I'm Tim Wahlberg. See ya.